to the official commentary for the IWS's 5th anniversary show V from June 2004. This is Yakwo, your guardian of useless knowledge, joined with me right now by Steve Rockamaniac of Main Event Radio.
Hey now everybody, Blackwell, you know, the most demanded IWS DVD in history, working in the IWS merchandise department. I know that fans have been wanting to see this DVD for years now, and they finally get a chance to.
Absolutely, and before this, the only way people saw this show was if they were there live, or if they saw it on pay-per-view on Canadian television back in 2004, but that back then was only a 60-minute, heavily edited show. Many things on this DVD that people have never seen. Here's Brian the Governor. This IWS Tag Team title match pitting two teams very heavily influenced by mixed martial arts, very heavily influenced by Japanese wrestling, very stiff teams. Coming in first, the New Breed, representing Hellstorm and Mr. Extreme.
Should be an interesting matchup here, Lacor, as we saw Brian Naguppy, of course, cutting some promos and plugging the pay-per-view appearance at the time of the IWS's history. Of course, many people got to see this on pay-per-view, but many have not, and also a reason that we haven't seen the DVD as of yet.
Well, there were certain contractual obligations that we had to honor. There were some arguments that we could have released this earlier, but certain contracts that we had made it difficult to do so in a timely fashion. Now those contracts have expired and we can release this show. People will be buying this video on Smart Mark Video, and one of the reasons why we love Mike Burns and Smart Mark Video is that when we started doing business with them in 2004, in the first month of Smart Mark Video, Mike Burns gave us more money than we got an entire year of being on pay-per-view.
Yeah, so suck it, PWS.
And of course, Mike Burns had no problem with us being on pay-per-view and being on PWS. PWS told us we had to be exclusive, and at the end of the day, not that hard a choice. And now, of course, we've got the SLI, famously very pro-French, very pro-Quebec, very pro-separation from Canada, and carrying to the ring a poster of Gilles Duceppe, the leader of the Federal Bloc Québécois Party, which is a separatist party which campaigns in Quebec in order to go to Ottawa and prove that the federal government does not work, and just make it difficult for everybody to get anything done in Ottawa.
Fred Lemerveille, Viking, and Damien alongside the lovely Mark the Grizzly and the ever-enticing Elsa Bangs in the ring.
Actually, Mark the Grizzly, one of Quebec's best trainers and an integral member of the SLE. And Fred Lemerveille looks like he's signaling for a mic, and as always, the most dangerous place in the IWS is between Fred Lemerveille and an open mic. And with that out of the way, we can get this match started. Fred Lemerveille and Damien encouraging people to vote in the 2004 federal election which at this point was just a bare week away. And this crowd evenly split between the French members of the crowd who are cheering for the SLI and the Anglophone members of the crowd who are cheering for the new breed.
We're going to have Damien and Mr. Extreme start us off here in this tag team affair. And we got a lot of support being thrown the God of War's way right now, as he gets a big pop climbing up to the top rope there.
And obviously the crowd's a little bit more partisan for the SLI than they are for the new breed, but still, you know, a fair bit of support for the new breed from the Anglophone supporters in the crowd. And both of these wrestlers are heavily influenced by Japanese wrestling. They're very sound technically, and they're both very stiff. So this should be a very interesting contest as they lock up here, and immediately Mr. Extreme gets the advantage. Damien's able to counter, and he has the advantage now on Mr. Extreme. In grappling for a position here early on in this match. And Mr. Extreme finally able to break free and rolls up Damien and holds him down while putting him in armbar simultaneously, but Damien's able to sneak out and get to the ropes. And there's a clean break.
Definitely a smart move on Damien's part, knowing what part of the ring he is in, able to get that ring break. It looks like we're going to have a very even matchup here.
Yeah, perhaps Damien and Viking have a slight edge in experience on Mr. Extreme and the new breed, and they have a slight edge in terms of having been a tag team for longer. At this point, I believe they've been a tag team for somewhere around 3 years, so obviously a little bit better in terms of that. But Mr. Extreme and Hellstorm, no slouches in the ring. Damien here getting the advantage for headlock and a takedown. But as you can see, Mr. Extreme has his own innovative way of breaking out of that, putting Damien into a scissors lock right there. And then Damien, equally innovative, going for the headstand to break out of it.
You know, bringing in both the MMA and Japanese styles into these matchups is gonna provide for a very, very unique exchange of moves over the next few minutes here. And Damien able to power out of that and get back to his back to his feet here, showing off a little bit. Lackler, you know, maybe that might be a bad move if he's going to offend New Breed here, but he's going to call for a test of strength.
Yeah, absolutely, and playing a little bit of mind games with Mr. Extreme here.
I think he's just playing the French way. That's all.
Oh, okay, fine, whatever you say. Although, you know, I think it also needs to be pointed out that after that break, Damien could have kicked Mr. Extreme right in the face, chose not to do so, showing a certain amount of good sportsmanship there. And you will see on this break, Mr. Extreme stomping on the hands, doing a little bit of damage to Damien's fingers, and Viking is in to give Damien a boost here. And, you know...
could we see a cockfight here,
Mr. Extreme bringing in Hellstorm, and absolutely, and they're locking up, and double armbar by the SLI on Hellstorm and Mr. Extreme, and they're trying to fight out of it here. Oh, and it looks like they have. Oh, and they
reversed it.
They reversed it into their own armbar, and Damien and Viking going to the ropes for the break and getting the break, and then a double Irish whip on the new breed. Oh, that wasn't pretty. As the new breed get thrown outside, and then a quick takedown by Damien and holding on the leg for the back bump by Viking, and looks like Hellstorm there taking it hard there, and then Damien doing the foot stomp and then being powerbound by his own partner onto Hellstorm, looking for the quick win here by the SLE, but no, it's not going to be enough, and Mr. Extreme comes in and kicks Damien right in the face to save his partner.
Notice that both these tag teams are taking advantage of you know, the proper way of you know, getting that advantage when you got two men. We just saw the SLI get the 2-on-1, and now with Hellstorm coming back in there, we got the 2-on-1 now on Damien. So we got the new breed back on top here.
So Mr. Extreme coming in for that double team, as the new breed are using quick tags to try and take advantage of the fact that they have Damien somewhat isolated. That's very smart strategy on their part. And looks like they'll be going for some kind of a power bomb here. Absolutely. Power bomb straight into a roll-up and just gets 2 in a bit. Not quite 3. Not quite enough to win the tag team championships right there and then. But still, maintaining the offense, maintaining these quick tags, maintaining the double teams. A nice spin kick by Hellstorm right there. Now it looks like Damien is rolled to the outside. The only issue here is, I think we should point out, Steve, that this show took place inside an old abandoned swimming pool named Saint Mathieu. Is no longer being used as a swimming pool, so going to the outside doesn't really help as Damien gets crushed into the side of the swimming pool by Hellstorm right there and then.
The IWS has always been unique, and putting on a show in a pool is no exception here.
Absolutely. You've got fans. You've got the ring in the deep end of the pool. You've got fans around the ring. You've got fans around the swimming pool. You've got fans stacked up in the shallow end of the pool, sloping away from the ring. It's an amazing environment to hold a match. And as you can see here, it's sort of got like almost like a Fight Club pit-like atmosphere. And right now you've got SLI, a new breed, brawling in the crowd. And it looked like Mr. Extreme there, crashing into them. And the crowd really appreciating the effort being put on by these two teams right here, as the new breed takes a certain amount of advantage of the fact that, in this kind of environment, no place to run, no place to hide. But they're not going to win this match on the outside. They're going to have to get the SLI back into the ring. And it looks like Viking is in there. And Hellstorm's on the outside with Damien. And it looks like Mr. Extreme is going up top, trying to do something to Viking. Oh, but Viking crotches him on the ropes right there. And Viking in turn is going up top. Viking incredibly flexible despite his size. Oh, nice spike DDT off the top rope. Mr. Extreme's dead. But Viking can't take quick advantage to go for the pin. If he pinned him right there and then, match probably over. I don't know if there was too much time that went there. Oh, Mr. Extreme getting his foot on the ropes. Able to take advantage of the fact that it just took too long for Viking to come over and get the pin.
Damien still fighting with Hellstorm on the outside here. And now Mr. Extreme getting to feel one of the hardest chops in Quebec wrestling right here from Viking.
Quebec wrestling, anywhere. After a show where you've had a match with Viking, the police can come in and take Viking's prints off your chest. He slaps so hard. Ooh, nice fisherman suplex there. And Damien coming in and kicking Mr. Extreme right in the ribs to break it up. No gentle taps here. Damien's in this to win it. And, why just tap the guy when you can kick him in the ribs as hard as you can? And Damien's submission in turn is broken up by Hellstorm as both teams, both members are looking out for their partners. And you're getting quick reversals in this matchup as people are coming in and saving their partners. Because like there, Hellstorm attacked by Viking, saving his partner Damien.
And now we got the exchange of chops here, and Hellstorm's seemingly getting the worst of this here.
So you can hit Viking in the chest 10 times. He only needs to hit you once to put you on your back. But a really nice enziguri by Hellstorm as Viking was going for a forearm shiver, but Hellstorm took him out. And then going for a lariat, not taking him down, but a backbreaker does the trick. And Hellstorm looks like he's in bad shape. He gets thrown into the corner by Viking, and Damien with the knees. Oh, you know what this is leading up to?
We speak of great double team action here, and it seems the SLI are about to go towards their trademark moves as we got a double cannonball from Viking, and that could only lead to one thing, Lacor.
Das Boot!
Oh!
That's just sick to Mr. Extreme's face. And Hellstorm's about to find out what Damien's boot tastes like.
And another one. Oh. You can just imagine the taste of that leather being forced into your mouth. At such an amazing speed as Damien comes running into the corner and knocks your block off.
And double the pin here. But New Breed are a little bit more resilient than that, and they're able to break out. But, you know, after tasting Damien's feet, how long are these guys going to be able to fight this off? And it looks like Mr. Extreme there is being put up for the cop killer by Viking, but he's able to reverse that and get him onto the outside. And so now we've got Damien in bad ways. The New Breed are double tag team in here. And they're running the ropes, looking to set him up. Ooh, for a nasty kick to the face. Is that going to be enough to win the tag team titles? No, not quite. Damien kicking out. Viking just took out Mr. Extreme on the outside. Viking climbing in. It looks like he's getting up Hellstorm for the Tueur de Policier. Double cop killer, double Tueur de Policier. Is this going to be enough? Damien going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. It's over. The SLI are still your tag team champions. Big celebration by the SLI right here. And it looks like Damien's calling for the bell, calling for the microphone. Looks like he's got something to say. And at this point, the SLE have pretty much taken out every tag team in the IWS since winning the titles in January.
But later on tonight, we're going to have a tag team battle royal, if I'm not mistaken, going to be crowning new #1 contenders. So even though the SLI has been able to pretty much take down all their opponents, they're always going to be another one right around the corner, and the new one should be crowned tonight. Let's see what Damien has to say.
Are going to be at ringside during that tag team battle royal to see who their future competitors might be. And right now, speaking of #1 contenders, there's a match between longtime rivals Excess and Kevin Steen up next. And I hear that Kevin Steen wants to turn that match into a #1 contenders match for the IWS heavyweight title. And that's up next.